The news for the free Jurassic Park update for Jurassic World Evolution 2 just keeps on coming because this Spanish news article has shared way more images than Frontier has shared on their own forum posts, on their own Twitter, and it shows some brand new things that we didn't know about. So we're gonna look at these images. We can skip over the images that we already discussed in today's earlier video, so you can check that out if you haven't seen it already, like the one with the banner and the T-Rex. This image right here, we have already seen the decorations in question. We're just getting a new angle at them. So we're seeing the beautiful rock sign, the mural, the tables and chairs, the new path, super exciting. But we're not seeing anything new here particularly. That comes a little bit later. We have a really cool action shot here of Rexy chasing the Gallimimus. The log is from that scene from Jurassic Park where the Rex manages to catch one of the Gallimimus, and of course Grant and the kids are hiding behind that log. This image implies that there is an interaction between the animals and the logs, as in implying that they can jump over it. I'm highly skeptical in that regard. I think this image has been edited using editor tools, using developer tools, I should say, to make it look this way. I really doubt that they have done something special with this decorative piece, this decorative log, to have the animals interact with the hitbox that it comes with. So I wouldn't get too excited about that, but it is a really cool picture. Another new picture that they shared, but showing the same decoration we already saw. We have the banner here, the flags again, just showing you this image so you see it in a new light, literally. And finally, the image that reveals the most new stuff is this one right here. They've designed a little guest plaza, and there is so much to be seen here. So much of the new pieces were used, including some of the ones that we knew existed but hadn't seen yet, and some of the things that weren't even talked about yet, some brand new reveals. So we're gonna be delving into this picture in quite a lot of detail. Now, because the picture is relatively low quality, it's quite small, as we zoom in, we're gonna lose even more quality than that, but just keep in mind that this is just part of the reveal and getting you excited to be using these items yourself. They're coming out on June 8th, that's only 2 days from now, and I will be showing you like a full showcase of all of these items when they launch, and of course I'm gonna be doing creative builds with them, so that's when we're gonna get the quality content. This is just all about the new reveals and the news. Another shout out to Rowan, by the way, for again bringing this to my attention on Twitter. Thank you so much. For starters, we're getting a really good look at the new paths because we have a more top-down view of them. Let me first just address like the things that we already saw, like the rock, the banner, the flags, the mural over there. We have the tables and chairs. We see the bunker back here, and we have the gate along with the new fences and the new like electricity pillars, as well as the log. But there is new stuff in here. So you can see at the front of this plaza, we have the Rex skeleton mounted on top of a rock and the Allosaurus skeleton mounted on top of a rock. Now, what's really good to see here is that it's actually two separate decorations. Like, based on the information that I talked about in my short today, I would have assumed that the two were a singular decoration, but they're separate. So you can put a T-Rex skeleton in your park or an Allosaurus skeleton in your park, or you can place them closer together and combine them the way they were combined in the visitor center. So that's super cool. That's our first look at that. The other thing that we already knew existed and was included in this update but hadn't seen yet is the big pile of poop. It's very difficult to see because it is quite far away, but you can see it in the exhibit between the two Brachiosaurus. Now, if you enjoy dinosaur poop, I'm gonna let you have that, I'm gonna let you enjoy that, but we're gonna move on to the other things that I think is more exciting. The next thing I want to talk about is the maintenance shed that we see across from the bunker. The maintenance shed actually sneakily made an appearance in the image with the gate and the Brachiosaurus and the log, but we were all very distracted by the gate and the log that I at least totally neglected to pay attention to the blurry concrete shape in the background, but that was that maintenance shed over there. We can, by the way, confirm with how they are placed, both that maintenance shed and the bunker, that they are not functional because they do not have a path connection. They are just freestanding away from the path. We also get our first very blurry, very minimal look at the Mr. DNA statue. He is placed on the plaza and it's very difficult to see. At first, I didn't really realize what I was looking at, these like specks on the path, but that's Mr. DNA right there. So our first glimpse at this iconic character. I'm gonna be so happy to see him in my parks. The final thing that this image reveals, and something that we had absolutely no idea was included in this update, are parasols. We have an open parasol and closed parasols as like individually placeable items. Now, just with the logs, I'm assuming that there's no like new mechanic at play here. You know, Gallimimus probably won't be able to jump over the log and our parasols won't be able to open and close. We're just looking at an open variant and a closed variant, and it'll be interesting to see what the hitboxes on these are, to see how close we can place them, for example, to the tables and chairs that have come with this set. I went through this image with a pretty fine-tooth comb, and that was all the things that I could spot. I don't think there's anything new about the buildings that we're seeing. So a lot has been revealed at this point. We have seen so far 14 decorations, not including the gate, fence, path, and pylons, which I don't know if they would count that towards one of the 20 plus decorations that is coming. If they do, then we've seen 18 of the new things that's coming. But remember that there's still stuff left that we haven't seen. Like, we've seen so much already, and there's still stuff we haven't seen already because we haven't reached the 20 plus yet that they talked about in their forum post. So there are still surprises to be had on June 8th, this Thursday. So subscribe to the channel to see the video content that I will be doing covering that update. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the hype!